Well, I just can't help myself. Here I am again, back at my favourite detecting spot. Armed with my trusty E-Trac, I'm keen to have another go over this area, which was once a sports oval, and also there's a couple of house sites here that go back to the earliest days of European settlement in the area. So in past visits I've found an interesting mixture of Australian pre-decimal coins and older English coins going way back to the early 1800s. Anyhow, I'll see how I go today. Just for now, I'll turn the audio gain up so you can hear all those wonderful early morning sounds. Okay, let's get into some detecting. First find, and it's a musket ball. Following is one of those pocket watch winders. There's a bit of a track going through this area, and right at the edge of it, a good signal produced the first coin for the day, and it's a very crusty Chinese coin. Not far from where I found another Chinese coin previously on another visit, over there near those stones which would have once been a building. Here's a button. No doubt it's the first of many going on past experience. Aha! And another Chinese coin. Well, the same size and shape, but it's smooth with no writing. Did the Chinese make smooth coins? I don't know. Sometimes a good signal produced this scrap metal. Oh well, it's all a part of the fun of it. Moving on, and here's something I haven't found for a long time. It's a Jew's harp. And would you believe it, the next good signal, another one. Another coin? No, it's thin pressed metal with a crown on it. Damaged, unfortunately. Gee, those cockies can make a racket. I found a few of these rings here, but I don't know what they are from. Here's some scrap metal with a W. Mills patent badge attached. And here's a buckle or a belt clasp. And lo and behold, here's yet another Chinese coin. And it's in pretty good condition too. All these Chinese coins come from the same area. Perhaps there was a camp here once. Well, it's early winter here now. We've had some rain and the sandy soil is just nice for digging. My E-Trac is set in all metal with two-tone ferrous. Seems to work well here. Aha, look at this. From my old bottle collecting days, I recognise this as a Holloway's ointment pot. Really hoping it's complete. Ah, no, there's a piece missing. Oh well. and from nearby out came this small silver spoon. Taking a closer look, there seems to be a hallmark on it. I must check that out when I get home. Here's a bent lid or cap, but it looks to have a lady's head on it. That's interesting. Out popped an old sixpence, and it looks like an Edward the 7th, so that would make it early 1900s. Anyhow, I wandered over to have another go in the area where I found some coins last time when I was here. It's surprising what you can miss and pick up the second time round. And here's a twisted wire part of a brooch, or something like that anyhow. Another Chinese coin? Oh no, it's just an ordinary coin that someone's put a great big hole through. Ah, a clock key this time. Here's a sixpence. Oh no, look what I've just done to it. It's a George III too, probably the oldest coin I'll find today. I'm having a if only I could turn back time and do it again moment here. I'm really annoyed with myself. It's always a risk when you're digging a target, and this hasn't happened to me for ages. Not until now anyhow. After all that, I reckon it's time for a break and some lunch. And looking around, I see someone over there collecting firewood. And someone over there spreading fertiliser. Well, lunch is over and it's into some more detecting. Today's weather can only be described as absolutely sensational. A real 10 out of 10 day. It doesn't get any better than this. Also, with calm conditions, there's no wind noise to spoil my video footage. Digging more carefully now. The first good signal after lunch. And it's a buckle. And you couldn't detect a site like this without at least finding part of a harmonica reed. Ah, another coin. Looks like it might be a halfpenny. Ah, this got a hole through it too. It looks like it might be George IV. I'm not having much luck with these older coins today. This is what I'm hearing over a lot of the site, trying to sort out the high good tones from the low iron tones. I often found myself looking down at the crosshairs on the screen. Crosshairs near the middle or right side, dig. Crosshairs on the left side, don't bother. Does your head in after a while, and you need to find some quiet ground for a while to recover. Aha, this could be something good. A ring perhaps? No, it just looks like it's part of something that's been broken off. I spent some time detecting around this old house site where those stones are over there, but I didn't find much. I suspect that it might have been detected before. Anyhow, moving away a bit, and here's a big copper token. I don't recognise it or found one of these before. So it'll be interesting to clean it up and find out what it is. Ah well, the afternoon is getting on now and the shadows are getting longer. I might gradually make my way back towards the ute. I'm skirting around the area where I found heaps of Aussie pre-decimal coins on my first trip here. And here's a big old copper coin. I can see Britannia on it, probably an English penny I'd say. Last find for the day, and here's a 1947 coin with a bird on it. Never found one of these before. The cockies are starting to settle in the trees for the night as the light begins to fade. So it's time for me to leave and head for home. Okay, let's take a closer look at the finds. First up, here's all the rubbish. I even found a ring pull today. And here's the buckles. As mentioned earlier, I found 4 of these brass rings. No idea what they are from or what they might have been used for. And here's the 2 Jews harps from today. Looking on the internet, to play them, they originally had a reed running lengthways between the 2 prongs. I suppose when the reed broke and they couldn't play anymore, they just turfed them out. Here's some random items. That W Mills patent badge is a bit fancy with that coat of arms on it. Taking a closer look at the bent cap or lid, this looks very similar to the head side of a Victorian coin. I can definitely make out the word Victoria, but not the rest of the writing. Almost looks to be a date as well. Onto the coins. This badly holed coin is smaller than a halfpenny, possibly a farthing. It's too far gone for me to make out a date on it. The next holed coin looks like a halfpenny from George IV, dated 1826. I think all the George IV coins I've found here are dated 1826 for some reason. The Edward VII sixpence is dated 1906. And here's the George III sixpence. I'll spare you all seeing the other side of it again, but I'll just say that it's dated 1820. The 3 Chinese coins. Hopefully the smooth one is actually a coin, as I couldn't find any reference to Chinese smooth coins on the internet. Now for this lovely token with the kangaroo and emu on it. It comes from G. Hutton, ironmonger of Hobart Town. I've never found a Tasmanian token before, and this one's in really good condition. Apparently these are from 1860. Remember I thought this was an English penny? Well, it's not. It's actually a token. It's the Britannia on it that fooled me, because tokens usually have Australia or Victoria written on them. Unfortunately, the other side is in poor condition. I can just make out part of the word Melbourne. So I googled Melbourne token with seated Britannia and came up with Anand Smith & Co. Family Grocers, Melbourne. These are one of the early tokens and are dated 1849 and 1851. It's a pity this one's in such poor condition because good ones can be quite valuable. And this is the last coin I found today. All UK viewers will recognise this as a 1947 English farthing. Just reading the writing on the Holloway's ointment pot, and geez, this must have been good stuff. Seems it could cure just about every ailment known to mankind. I wish we could buy it these days. Now, last but by no means least, the small silver spoon. I checked out the hallmark online and found that it's an Irish spoon. I asked two antique dealers and both told me that this hallmark is from John Pittar, Dublin, and is dated 1814. So as far as I can tell, this is today's oldest find. This led me to do more research, and I found out that the first owner of this property did indeed come out to Australia from Dublin with his wife in 1840, and he was born in 1813, about the time of this spoon. On the handle are the letters TML, but unfortunately these initials don't match any of the early property owners' initials. So I've drawn a bit of a blank there. It would really be great to link this spoon to an actual person from way back in the early pioneering days. It's funny you can have different detecting experiences from one site on different days. What I mean is that past visits to this site have produced lots of Aussie pre-decimals, but today I didn't find even one. Well, today's coin total is 10. Also some other interesting bits and pieces as well. So I had a very enjoyable day detecting in perfect weather. Okay, well that's about all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll say goodbye.